Carthage is a game of gladiatorial combat for 2 to 5 players. Through deck building and a game board resembling an arena, players will take turns attacking one another, showboating for the cheering crowd, and, if cowardice calls, fleeing from battle. The victory condition is simple: the last gladiator standing wins. Each round begins with the theater phase, where the top card of the theater deck is revealed. Theater cards provide various effects that impact the round. Notable effects are the audience throwing stones at all the gladiators, or a cage dropping down into the arena trapping players in the inner circle of death. After the theater phase, the players get to take actions. Starting with the first player, each player takes one action by playing one of the 5 cards in their hand. Cards have various effects that are all easy to read and comprehend. Effects that cards have are movement, damage, armor gain, and favor. Some cards have special effects that trigger if a player successfully deals damage. Other cards allow players to also push another player back a number of hexes, dealing damage if they hit a wall, trap, or another player. The game is played on an arena board made up of hexes. During setup, players may add effect tiles on the board which alter the game and add bonuses for the players moving on them or remaining on them at the end of the round. There are also a variety of trap tiles which make an interesting game within the game, with players not wanting to end their actions in places that may result them in getting pushed into an alligator pit. Movement on the board is simple. For each movement point a card grants a player, that player moves their figure that many spaces. Damage is dealt to a figure in an adjacent space unless otherwise stated. If a player is not able to take full advantage of their attack, it misses and no damage is dealt. After the action phase, the players enter the favor phase, which allows them to buy better cards for their draw deck. There are 5 cards revealed in a purchase row that players can purchase by paying their cost. Favor is gained during the action phase, and all favor is reset at the end of the phase. Players can also spend their favor on becoming the first player, refreshing the purchase row, removing cards from their discard pile, or placing previously activated theater cards on the top of the theater deck. After the favor phase, the round begins again. Now, the victory condition is simple: the last player standing wins. The strength of the theme for Carthage comes from the simplicity of the action cards and the simplicity of the board. When a player takes an action, it goes beyond the mechanics on the card and into their imagination. An example is a basic card in everyone's starting deck called Wave. This card causes players to picture themselves as gladiators, waving either to the cheering crowd or waving to goad a fellow gladiator. Many cards have these simple interactions that flavorfully resonate. Certain cards deal extreme damage at the cost of extreme sacrifice, and players will feel the strength and risk of such a card. Other players will also begin to fear the player that has this move in their repertoire. This further adds to the thematic strength of Carthage. Players will find themselves feeling as if they are actually in a bloody battle in a gladiator arena. Due to the nature of the game focused on having one player left standing, player elimination could be a potential issue. However, Carthage smartly skirts around this by letting eliminated players impact the game by taking control of various animals or weaker gladiators that can still play on the map and influence the game. This proves to be incredibly successful as it further adds to the theme of the game, and suddenly having to dodge a charging rhino adds to the excitement. There are a variety of variants to play the game, including a 2 vs 2 team match, gladiator weapons, and a unique solo or co-op mode where the players play against a Carthage app. If you are looking for a light game that is sure to provide countless entertaining memories, Carthage is for you. Due to the simplicity of the board and actions players can make, there is very little time bogged down with decision making. The game is constantly moving, allowing players to always stay engaged with little downtime. If you are looking for a game where the mechanics bleed flavor, Carthage is for you. Players will be able to feel the story and the actions they make. Carthage provides players with entertainment beyond simply playing a card, immersing all players into the game. If you are looking for a game that keeps everyone engaged, even with player elimination, Carthage is for you. Carthage avoids the negativity that player elimination brings to the table by allowing players to access new, flavorful, and unique mechanics to their advantage while still causing chaos in the arena. If you are looking for a night of excellent social interaction with stimulating gameplay, Carthage is for you. Carthage excels in bringing out the personalities of its players. Whether it be someone making deals in the pit or calling fleeing players cowards, Carthage brings out the playful competitor in its players. Carthage is an incredibly immersive and fun deck-building game that will bring out the blood-crazed competitor in all of us. Due to the game being so light, games are quick and winners and losers alike will be quick to call for another match. A vast number of variable setups and variants provide excellent replayability, but even when all that is stripped away, the game is so incredibly tight and thematic that there is still fun to be found. Whether that be skillful maneuvering, bashing as hard as you can, or running away like the coward you are, Carthage has something for everyone. Hopefully this has given you a better idea of what Carthage is and if the game is for you. I'm Justin from Playing Board Games. Please consider liking and subscribing or hitting that bell to get notified when our videos go up. Have a good one, and as always, GG's.